Hello, my little cougars, or should I say, top of the morning, me little leprechauns, because as you know, St. Patty's Day is right around the corner. And with that in mind, I thought it might be fun and appropriate to do a St. Patrick's Day themed art project. So if you've got your pencil and your eraser and your colors close by, and if you're feeling the luck of the Irish, well, we'll get started right away. Well, today we're going to make shamrock cards using stencils, black construction paper, and colored chalk. And we're going to focus on the negative space of the shamrock. Now, negative space is something that a lot of times artists don't think about, but negative space is the area around the object. So, for example, in this drawing of the leprechaun, well, the pot is an object, the leprechaun is an object, maybe the gold is another object, and his hat, but the area around the object, in this case, the white space, can sometimes be just as important as the object itself. And we're going to try to do something interesting with the negative space. For example, if you look at this right here, you might be looking at my hand. But if I combine it with my hand over here, well, now you're not really looking at my hands. You're looking at the area around my hands. And right between my hands, what do you see? Well, you see a heart shape. This is something that people do all the time and they don't think about it. But really, you're creating something not with your hands, but with the space around your hands. And that's what we're going to do with our shamrocks. Now, if you want to, you can draw your own shamrock, but you can use one of the stencils that I provide, but you really want to take your time when you cut, and as you cut out your shamrock, you want to cut right in the middle of those black lines. You want to make sure that where your pencil, or pardon me, where your scissors are touching the paper, it's not next to the black line. It's not just inside or just outside, but it's right on that black inked line. Now, as I prepare to use my stencil and add my colors, I want to keep a few things in mind. One is that I want to hold the stencil in place with one hand while I color with the other so that my stencil doesn't move around. Another thing that I want to remember is that I should always color away from the stencil towards the edge of the paper. I'm not coloring back and forth because if I do, it's going to get underneath the stencil. And the area that's underneath the stencil, I want it to remain black. So I'm working away from the center of the picture and I'm just coloring away. Now I could use green for the whole thing, but that might be a little bit boring. You can do it if you want because certainly nothing says St. Patrick's Day more than green. But also, I might like it better with a little bit of color. And if I use all the colors of the rainbow, well, that will kind of make me think of the rainbow that leads to the pot of gold. So I'm going to use lots of colors. And again, I'm always working away. And if I go right off the paper, I guess that's okay too. If my colors overlap, there's no problem there. I think it looks even a little bit better when they do overlap. Don't be afraid to use lots of chalk. More red here, and finally some purple. And once I've gone all the way around, I can carefully remove my stencil. Well, now my negative space shamrock card is all finished. I think it looks kind of cool. And more importantly, I had fun working on it. I hope that if you did this project, you had fun working on it as well. I hope it helps put you in a mood to prepare for a happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope it makes you look forward to whatever project we work on next. Until we do get together again, stay creative, stay safe, stay Kruger strong. We'll see you soon.